Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 10, and today we are going to look at the basic selector, and the one today we are going to look at is by ID, and this is the syntax. So in day-to-day life, when you do the HTML coding, what you do is there are a bunch of elements you see across your HTML document, and a lot of them you see has been assigned by an ID. And over here I want to select a specific element who has an ID. So if you look at this mockup, you can see I have one H2 element and 4 paragraphs, but look at the last one. The last one has an ID. The name is para ID. Now using jQuery, I want to select that a specific element. So how can we do that? So before jumping into that, if you're a new user and you have no idea what jQuery is, then I would suggest go to jQuery.com. Over here you will find a lot of things, but right now you need to download the jQuery. Next thing, once you you get into the download section, you need to download the uncompressed version because we are right now in the developing stage. Right. So once you've done that, you need to add the jQuery file into your project, and then next you add the reference of that jQuery in your head section. Then you write some JavaScript code saying document.ready. The document.ready means once the page gets loaded, you want to perform some action, which is right here. And today we want to perform an action is to select a specific element, this one. So if I do a preview in browser, at present you can see the H2 is going to get selected because over here we have the H2, but I want to get this guy selected. So what can I do? So I'm going to copy this guy and I'm going to apply a hash or pound sign, and then I do Control V. So basically what I'm telling jQuery is, hey jQuery, I want to select an element who has an ID as a para ID. So hash instructs a jQuery that on this whole HTML form you have an element who has an ID, para ID. So jQuery selects that element and then applies the necessary CSS. So let me save that and let's preview that one more time in browser. So it gets selected, so which is good. Now next thing important over here to remember is this is case sensitive. So over here you can see the I is the capital. So if I turn off this guy and I go like this, okay, and I do the preview again, so it's an obvious thing, you might have guessed it, it is not gonna select that, right? So I need to go back, I need to fix it, ID. So please remember that. Let's preview again and we can see it's working now. So that's by an ID, which is pretty easy. You get the idea that using a pound sign or hash sign, and next is the element. You can select any element on the page who has the ID. Right, so this is a pretty cool technique. So up next we are going to, and plus there are other bunch of techniques are also available with this basic selector, which we are going to cover step by step, one by one. Okay, so up next we have by tag. Right, so I hope to see you there, and I hope this video helps you in some way. So thank you for watching this video.